Wear a longer skirt, amadoda ajongile.
They have been watching, Mama, lifting my 11-year-old legs on the tar playing tortoise. I had a trouser on and Umakulu always ensured I had a skirt on top of it. I've always wanted to ask her why she did this. I had a thick Buhle jersey, yet they could see beneath it my small breast flaunting the way to womanhood. It must have
and children of mothers who are well behaved do not talk back to their parents.
They found it unscathed, sprouting on its own, wild berries and rivers they could bathe from, barred trees that hide healing and call it theirs. They could do much to it as they please, coming and going, excreting their semen wherever and whenever they can. There's no space left unspoiled. And God has long gone here, Mama.
You're mad. You were not there.
I was, I am.
Uncultured. It is a whore. Africa is an incredulous whore.
At least most whores enjoy the task, should it not?
Twerk.
They are still inhabiting this body. The past is religious. A mother confined somewhere in a servant's courtyard, unable to see his children because someone must watch the baby's wedding. Did they tell you about the child whom they ran over with the car? He only stole oranges. What about Maria Mukhato and Kutsaintus, who was shot dead and fed to the pigs? They only wanted expired food. Poverty is too expensive. I'm tired, Mama. Our neighbor's daughter grew tired too. Unzipped her skirt to get a livelihood.
Twerk.
Those boys followed us last night, high on cheap drugs and their father's disappointments. They did not catch us. They could not catch us. At least they could not catch me. I'm still undoing the incurable sore formed by the Malone. The wound is yawning.
I am tired of this discussion.
Wear a longer skirt, Amadota Jungile. What were you wearing, Mama, the day Baba left? Were you covered in long robes that supposedly conveyed your dignity?
I thought you were asleep.
I was alive.
Baba of my children. He drank the whole bottle of whiskey that night. His friend, who received a bonus check, they drank in that dodgy, dingy place and came back home only to use the wrong key to our bedroom door. Slammed it open, broken. The kitten did not even purr at his side. I don't know how he turned to be his beer-bellied uncle who rested on him while he lay on his chest as a child. Twerk.
Don't twerk.
Twerk.
Don't twerk.
The destruction never stops. He's rubbing his itchy testicles standing on a pavement, my father. The stingy abuser, cheat, God-forsaken son of the harlot. My mother's loving husband who was coerced to dance next to a yellow police van. This man, every weekday he carries his boots and okapi and his stinking marbles to the train station. See my mother's lover going down our avenue, passing Umelwane, smoking his soil. He despises this man's tongue and would liken him to the lazy woman of a village he has never seen. He envies his education, which pays while sitting at home cleaning cobwebs and changing light bulbs. The memory of my father, dancing next to a yellow police van, and somebody calling him a word, somebody lilting their head down low, somebody. The memory of my father, dancing next to a yellow police van and projecting the struggle song perfumed, fearing to my mother, the gazing arrow. Every Sunday he plays Flowers of the Nation, kisses my mother's hip, compliments the women in hair salons and speaks about Pan-Africanism, but never the yellow van, but more stories to quell the knowing pain. Other stories to romanticize his rage. Udadobao once said for 3 days as a child, my mother's tangwa had suckled on the breast of his deceased mother. She says grandfather had killed grandmother for the lesser meat on his plate. For 3 days as a child, no one could hear my father cry. Not the shebeen queen next door, not the drunk couple who made love at their toilet, not the young men who pissed at their gate, and not the children. Never the children who play hide and seek on their tall grass. Yet everyone expects me to be angry at my father, and they call him. Yet they tell his stories, knowing what they make him do to us. To me, I am the only one who makes him feel better. He will come to me in the night time. I will open up and be quiet, never tell no one like a big girl I am. He's rubbing his itchy testicles, standing on the pavement. Dadaba will be proud of me the next morning. She will buy me a new brassiere the next weekend. She says my chest is becoming larger. Mama Yena is always quiet after this night, and I think she's jealous of Dada's love for me. Tomorrow night again, I will open up and be quiet. Never tell no one like the big girl I am. He's rubbing his itchy testicles, standing on the pavement, my father. Settled, floundering about like a ship on the shallow offshore, not stirring any emotion like sound. Like music, like a Makeba, or a Van Gogh, or a Gambuto Maratera launching plates on the chandelier in an award ceremony. He's coming, and I want to say, scream, Father! Ted! But I will open up and be quiet, never tell no one like a big girl I am. God bona abantu bathi. Umhlaba wami. Wonakele.
Umhlaba wami wonakele. The Bible says all those who are weary and burdened should come before you. So, Heavenly Father, forgive them, I pray, but I don't know whether to forgive. Though your prayer says we should forgive those who trespass against us. But how, though, when I've been treated like trash, I've been trespassed, violated, my soul scattered at a young age, and yet I should forgive. How do I forgive when I would cry every night begging for forgiveness? For only God knows what, as He would rip my clothes and strip my legs apart, leaving me dying slowly inside. Days became centuries as I prayed for death, was each day I got weaker. Was this the life I was born to live? Are we even blood related? I would ask myself as He rolled on top of me. Now tell me, how do I forgive? How should I forgive? Why do I forgive when He failed to forgive me every time He would force Himself on me? My screams and cries were melody and music to His ears. How do I forgive when He would brutally slap me for retaliation? This is a prayer of a girl who once held her head high. A prayer of a girl who once was sweet and warm as morning porridge. A girl in pursuit of healing. Father, I pray you forgive them, for I have failed to forgive those who failed to forgive me.
The sun is orange, setting on the west. Her skin brown, sweaty, tired from a long day of work. Nobody ever asked her to carry home her plastic bags. Her son denies her face in the company of friends. He would say, well-dressed boys in the latest Kavela shoes. They call them musical timing. Every girl in the township screams when they pass. They burn clothes, dreams, money, and drink custard to sweeten their absurdity. Their mother sweats and cares for standing ovations and better dressed awards. The mother knows these things. The mother whips every night, her tears meeting a kitchen sink from a clap, a kick, and words which have stayed at her longer than they should. These things which have made her wonder what could work better between a rope and a red poison. She keeps quiet, succumbing to the traditional teachings of her people, the teachings that do no good but accentuate the pain on her chest. She gets home to a house full of children who tell her they're hungry as she enters the door, and grandchildren with dry knees and mucus, smiley faces will open their tiny hands. no one ever applauds her. Not a single song is sang at the end of a week. No poems are recited. No flowers are sent at her doorstep. The sky is darker. The kettle hisses. A reminder to wash the odor on her armpits from a long day of work. There will be tomorrow. These children, the lingering death at her doorstep, she will be here. She will be here, weaving the shredded, nursing their blues, blood-stained, with addressed wounds that never heal. There are storms inside of you. And your mother they call a nutcase. You walk around searching for your father in the chest of old beer-bellied men who buy you a bottle of champagne and a deep-held weave at the end of the night. Your fridge is clean and empty. Your friends do not discuss school, holistic, generational work. They discard your CV when they seek CVs at their workplaces, but you do not have to think or worry about it. You will look pretty on your good makeup, concealing your hunger, insecurities, and pain with fake designer clothes and filtered photo snaps. You hate natural hair, hate to hear of Egypt, those hoteps, naked women dancing for themselves in front of mirrors, drinking fine wine because they are free. You envy because they really know how to make love solely themselves. So you wish somebody should have told you that. A woman who plant guns in their backyards and eat figs. You love anything that might make you think of home, the scent of clean rice with potatoes, and only salt and taste. So you fill your void with the number of outfits you own, so you could hear, you look great, girl. You look great, girl. Words which sustain you for a few hours. In the midst of the night, you yearn for the rapid sight of you at dawn, like a crow longs to feed on a carcass at its rarity. See, girls like you make men happy. They make other girls crazy. They make mothers frown. Don't you? Why are you chasing things? Why are you chasing love which doesn't know how to stay? I hope you discover what happens to the body when it starts to heal and comes home to itself. Come home to yourself. To a home which has no slamming doors, no fist hit on the wall. To a home which refuses to accept any definition of it from the outside of its true essence, because you are good love. You are good love, but we will never tell you that. We will never tell you that women and girls like you are necessary, coloring out of the lines, because we too are ashamed to look at ourselves closely and see that we have molded you. So we will call you unbecoming, uncouth. You're embarrassing us, my daughter. There are storms inside you, and you are in the eye of a storm.
had denied His majesty. But my heart and mind knew so little. Who would have known that love would give me selfless and empty, submissiveness mistaken for weakness? Little did I know that a good laughter would turn to a slap across the face. Love lured me. The pursuit of happiness lured me. I found myself weak and helpless. The gender given to me led to defeat. The patriarchal society led to inequality and dominance. I wish I never kept silent. I wish I had the remedies to enhance the forsaken humanity. I remember being squashed against the wall like a mosquito. I felt the walls caving and closing up on me. I wish I had the voice earlier, but like a phenomenal woman, I embrace the scars and tell the story of breaking the silence victoriously.
Drawing circles, triangles and things on the mist and the inside of my window. It is raining outside and there are joyful conversations of young children on the street. I can almost feel the tenderness within their soul, recalling my own childhood. A girl with a boyish charm who enjoyed hopscotch and the taste of Cape Bunting bird's drumstick cooked in a sardine can at the backyard of my grandmother's house. You are here too, in my thoughts, along with the fondness I kept for my dog Buhle in our neighbor's strawberry garden. You are here. The last woman you heard wrote poetry too, only she did not learn the lay ways of our people, how we leave man folded our mouth with our names. Our sweat from labor and the love making conveys waves to the water, and the bewitching secret lies that our labia, the pages unlike that of the scripture, tell true tales. Thus, at the font of me, you will find the softest place in the middle of my thigh, where our ancestors have written immaculate metrical compositions. Only I am told at the crevices of your heart, thy letters, in honor of my people. You render me beautiful amongst the wicked. And I want you for bread and hiccups. I'm afraid you are most scared. See, I come and go. You come and go. We come and we are never gone. And I want you for play and peebles. I never told you how Buhle died or how short I wore my school dress. However, my grandmother made the best meatballs. The last time I ate them was when she lived. There is a small mirror in your bedroom hanging. It is as tiny as a hummingbird. And I see myself clearer. I am finding it difficult to erase memories of you. You have held my soul in sorcery. Lately there is a sickness my body feels every time you touch me. You are really looking at me as if guilty of a sinister act. You relish my body without a glance, and I want to ask you why. But I am clenched in captivity, and how you make my body feel so good. Like an unwelcome guest to the throne, I am stoned, beaten, bent, despite honor. The same woman who held an umbrella for me during a storm, in a bedroom with a roof with holes. The next morning, we had to wait for our clothes to dry before going to class. You were graduating the next year. With the indignity of a latrine, you found a bone I still did not care. Instead, I conjured up stories to nursle your heart, because none should judge one's circumstances, right? When everyone forgot you, that is when I found you most meaningful. There is a blindness in love which our forebears have bemoaned, a sin without seeing. We were both blind to past trouble. So we philosophized our experiences Thus, like vultures, we devour on the flesh of those who had loved us in truth, defame the name of a soldier who saved us in battles, in war with ourselves. For we cuss the loving in front of the eyes of others, only to be enveloped by their bosom in the middle of the night in secrecy. I asked myself numerous questions every woman anguished asks themselves, as if there's a place in her head which needs a major operation performed. And of course, I've got Ed, and I'm trying to find out which brings solace to a woman when you went away with so much of her. Then I still think, I miss the scrambled eggs, the way you rubbed your quaint nose against mine as if taking my breath away. Taking my breath away. The other day you said I stopped visiting, I left. And I don't remember what else, but I remember I was trying to love you. And you were baking muffins in the kitchen. And I was folding clean clothes from the laundry line, and there was the D'Angelo song playing on the background. And some nights I'm saying no. And you leave me aching where I sit, and I forgive you after each invasion. The other day you received the news, and as I am watching my own funeral, seeing you lay flowers on my casket, your eyes glimmering with tears, you look at the skies in the morning and utter profanities to the Lord, and utter profanities to the Lord. I am dead to you. I am dead to you.
These two want to save the world. This beautiful land, the land of magic and power, the land of the rainbow nation. But being black became the measurement of intelligence. Being black gave us less privileges to our motherland. Why is it that we have to fight for what's ours? Our voices too blunt to be heard? Colonized and enslaved in our own land? Being black, right? Inferior, black, diversity, they say, and yet the face of poverty is still black. Patriarchy. Some given power and some devalued under it. Funny how women are given less value and yet the value of men. Patriarchal societies, we go home while we walk around looking over our shoulders. Pillars to the same society that think we deserve less of everything. We're not women enough to be presidents. What is it that's so manly and masculine that makes Miss Genius despise us this much? Being women, they say. Now we speak up and be the voices of the land. Let the sun rise with the start of the victorious moments. And after all, the feminine spirit shall not go into vain.
The feminine spirit shall not go into vain. The feminine spirit shall not go into vain. I have seen silhouettes on this garden. Its hills conceal our predecessors' names. The graveyards tell of their bravery. This town is built with song of the mother from church apostle seduced by the reverend because of her impeccable vibrato. It is a giggle from a hungry child near a spaza shop selling a fake raffle to feed his siblings. I have seen this part of the world dancing in a corner shebeen. I have seen its moves from a young woman who placed her newborn child in a black plastic bag and threw it out with the garbage. Our dependable dogs have told these tales. I call it home, a place of displacement. Its heart floats on River Kakawa in Choloka. The blood of its people that has been shed on the soil continuously sprouts as prickly pearls, waiting not to be forgotten. I have felt its anger in gunshots and family feuds because of cash for land. Its rage bursts out in sewage. Our ancestors' cries are paraded as a mockery on RTP houses, the kaleidoscopic people. Its joy is on children swaying on the back of drugs and as wise, expensive label shoes. Its despair is carved on my grandmother's face. And Christmas Day rains here. Love is suspended during the festivities. But I like it here. It is home. Why shall we release our ghosts for a dance in the garden? Why shall we release our ghosts for a dance in the garden? We chant in the darkness and murmur freedom song. Freedom song is dead here. But we are happy. We are very, very happy.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, when I can for my people. When the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm waiting for the one. You know I gotta make up mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone. And I just might fail, but I know I try. Shine stars here all the stand up.
Uzundithathe undibeke emanzini ngomso. Uzundithathe undibeke elangeni ngomso. Uzuncede kungahlwi mna ndiyaboyika ubusuku. Uzundithathe undibeke emhlabeni ingomso. Thank you.